My sincerest apologies for this kind of video yet again. I am yet again sorry. Owing to what I've been working on for December, which you'll understand on the 1st of December, I don't have as much time to produce something today. So instead, I want to talk about an article and a video description. But first, as a sign of fealty loyalty to me, this sounds arrogant, could you do me a solid and hit the dislike button? There's a reason why. Firstly, engagement is engagement. Second, none of you will ever know if you've hit the dislike or not, but I will. We can all agree, engagement is and will always be good for the algorithm. If I sound slightly odd, by the way, vocally, I have an ever so slight sore throat. It's quite alright, I'm not sick, just a sore throat. I think I've been talking too much. Again, December 1st, you'll understand why. Now, the reason I want the dislike smashed, but of course leave comments as well, is because engagement is good, regardless of whether it is a positive or negative. If you look at something as a negative all the time, or you are looking for a negative in the form of your like to dislike as some form of validation for your opinions, or the quality of the content you produce, then chances are it is a you problem. There is of course the issue concerning those who just go to people's videos solely to dislike them. On average, I get between 1 to 20 dislikes on every video. That doesn't matter to me, because someone has taken the time to do it, which is engagement, which again benefits me in the algorithm. It's why I do ask on a regular basis for people to smash the like, leave a comment, share the video. Perhaps I don't have enough of a jaded opinion on the dislike button, because I have not been directed, targeted, hated for long enough yet. But I do hear a pretentious English accent does rub people up the wrong way after a certain amount of time. So give it a year or two, and I perhaps will end up like one of the infamous growls that Hater Nation love to leech off so damn much. Which is a tad ironic considering a couple of the videos I have planned for December. So I guess I'm a hypocrite. And I'm okay with it. Now, the reason I bring up the like to dislike is on This Week at Twitter last week, or twat, I referenced the fact that YouTube has removed the visibility number of dislikes. I can still see them if I go to create a studio, but you can't, which shows a rather weird ratio when you see millions of views on videos with maybe 20 likes. You know the video is disliked. I assume at some point you're going to find a way to police the comments so that the creator does not have to as well. Now, you do already have a function in place, but let's face it, it's so hard, so difficult to work out what is and is not hateful, derogatory, insulting. It is nebulous, which would make it very hard to program. The co-founder of YouTube updated a description of the first video uploaded to the platform, which is titled Me at the Zoo, and in doing so used this as an opportunity to criticize the platform's decision to stop displaying dislikes publicly. And that is what I want to look at today, because I have a sneaky feeling I'm going to agree with Mr. Karim. Just to make you all feel a little old or very, very young, the video titled Me at the Zoo in San Diego was uploaded on the 24th of April 2005. To give this context, my family had just moved from Lowestoft to Kent the year before I went to university. Again, a little country-related globetrotting in the form of me going from Lowestoft down to Kent all the way back up to Norwich. What an exciting time to be alive. So the changed description reads as follows. Watching Matt Koval's announcement about the removal of dislikes, I thought something was off. The spoken words did not match the eyes. The video reminded me of an interview Admiral Jeremiah Denton gave in 1966. I have never seen a less enthusiastic, more reluctant announcement of something that is supposed to be great. You need to watch my videos. The enthusiasm is right here. It's so energetic. You're all going to sleep. Calling the removal of dislikes a good thing for creators cannot be done without conflict by someone holding the title of YouTube's creator liaison. Is that who I need to contact to get my silver play button? We know this because there exists not a single YouTube creator who thinks removing dislikes is a good idea for YouTube or for creators. On this, we can agree, but I do believe there are some that would in fact support it. They are those who usually get a majority dislikes on their content and take it to heart, and then believe themselves better than the criticism they receive. So essentially, T-channels and the mukbangers. Why would YouTube make this universally disliked change? Because YouTube Rewind 2018 is the most disliked video on YouTube, of course. There is a reason, but it's not a good one, and not one that will be publicly disclosed. Instead, there will be references to various studies that apparently contradicts the common sense of every YouTuber. That's because they like to cherry-pick information to back their own confirmation bias, creating their own form of nanny state on YouTube to protect feels, which is exactly what it is. If I don't have 1k dislikes on this video, I'm going to be very disappointed, by the way. I may well in fact take my sadness to Twitch and cry when I'm streaming there tonight some fishing. 7 PM GMT tonight, everyone. Hope to see you there. The ability to easily and quickly identify bad content is an essential feature of a user-generated content platform. Why? Because not all user-generated content is good. It can't be. In fact, most of it is not good. Hi. And that's okay. The idea was never that all content is good. The idea was, however, that among the flood of content, there are great creations waiting to be exposed. And for that to happen, the stuff that's not great has to fall by the side as quickly as possible, essentially backing the concept of a court of public opinion, which when you think about that and compare with how YouTube has behaved over however many years you've been on YouTube, you could certainly understand that YouTube disagrees with this and firmly believe in protecting the sheeple. Wake up, sheeple. Do I need to keep clapping for that? The process works and there's a name for it. The wisdom of the crowds. Well, that's nicer than the court of public opinion, isn't it? The process breaks when the platform interferes with it. Then the platform invariably declines. Does YouTube want to become a place where everything is mediocre? Because nothing can be great if nothing is bad. The problem there is YouTube back mediocrity, because mediocrity keeps the advertisers coming. It's why much of the edgier content from 2016 is gone. It's why commentary channels, for example, don't do as well as they used to. It's why those that they back are those that bring in sponsors, those that can generate additional money everywhere else to further legitimize YouTube's presence on the world stage as a broadcaster. It is why during coronavirus, many channels got strikes or shut down entirely for talking about it and going against a consensus that they agreed was fact, even though much of it had in fact been debunked, which is a tad tragic, silencing people because they've decided what is and is not fake news. They poisoned the well with the creators when they did that, and they know they did. It's why many people, when we do surveys every year, give them crap for it, or just don't do them, because why give them the engagement knowing they'll never listen to us, while claiming simultaneously to be listening to us. In business, there's only one thing more important than make it better, and that is, don't fuck it up. Interestingly, this is not the first time that Karim has actually gone in on YouTube. Back in 2015, he used it as an opportunity to attack YouTube for having to have a Google Plus account to be able to comment on videos, which he was right to do then as well, by the way. Google Plus was a terrible idea and everyone knows it. If you don't know what Google Plus is, you're lucky. The rest of us, though, I'm really sorry. F for all of us? Sure. Is Karim correct? Yes, 100% correct. And it is entirely because YouTube want to control so much that they won't let things just grow organically. That causes more problems in the future for many of us. And they surely know this. If they don't know this, then they are demonstrating how far out of touch they are with not only the audience, but the creators that bring the audience here in the first place. YouTube has been renowned for prioritizing advertisers over creators, but by doing so, they have guaranteed that many of the audiences that would go to creators that then look at the adverts aren't going to. They're going to install adblock and they're going to avoid everything YouTube promotes. I guess I should finish with, "Hi, I'm a Megon, and this has been my TED Talk. Ta-ta."